How many? How many? How many? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, what did I get up to?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of How Many, the only podcast on the internet that counts. I am one of your hosts, Jesse Jackson, and joining me tonight are
Scott,
Gary,
Junior,
Bob.
So I have a How Many topic that is timely. We have had a total of 52 head coaches, managers between the Cowboys, the Stars, the Mavericks, and the Rangers.
How many were worth a damn?
How many would you call great?
Great.
Among all
This is not going to take long.
Oh, man.
Well, okay, so how you that are worth a damn that you would say that this is a legitimate.
Our baseline's 52?
Yeah, so guess first, Gary.
I'm going to go
He's counting on his hand right now. He's got his fingers up, counting them one at a time.
5, 6. I'm going to say 8, and I think I might be high.
Okay. Scott?
I'm going 5.
Okay. Bob?
I was going to say 10, but now that might be an overshot. I'll go 9.
Okay.
You know what? I think you guys are underselling. Give me 10.
Okay.
Now, it's going to be very subjective. A lot of when we say great, worth the damn coaches, I think there's going to be some
Great,
debate.
not worth the damn. You said worth the
I
damn.
said worth
you
the
said
damn.
great.
Is worth the damn higher or lower than great?
No, it's lower.
Way lower.
Okay.
Yeah, and
so
then-
then I have a better chance.
What is intercourse?
And what are we considering? Is it like taking a team to the playoffs?
Well, I think that's what the discussion has to be.
How about this? Didn't leave in disgrace.
I think many of these that are no-brainers, you're going to go yes. Like to start out with.
Like Landry.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to start with Cowboys, and we're going to go Mavericks, Stars, and then Rangers.
Okay.
And Rangers, there are a lot of go trash.
What
So,
order are we going in?
Cowboys
Cowboys.
first.
Yeah, Landry,
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Automatic.
Yeah.
First ballot.
Jimmy Johnson,
Jimmy, yes.
Great.
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson.
What the hell y'all want?
Well, good morning, Jimmy.
Yeah, get on with it. It's afternoon. Let's get on with it.
Well, good afternoon, Jimmy.
Yeah, great. There we go. That stupid board laugh of yours.
That's a great line, Jimmy.
Yeah, whatever.
Tell us. It obviously wasn't your fault last night that Miami lost to Chicago, so whose fault was it?
Jerry's fault for firing me back in Dallas. You guys know that.
Barry Switzer.
No.
He won a Super Bowl.
Not with his
No,
guys.
but you're not going to count him.
I'm not
So
going to
not
count
worth a
it.
damn.
No, just not great.
I would say okay.
So, Barry, what does this weekend mean to you?
Well, Sooner football, Willie Sims, little Joe Washington, Leroy Selman brothers, little follow Oklahoma. National championships, Heisman winners.
Yeah.
Sooner Schooner, that cost me a national title, 84 Orange Bowl, Washington. Couldn't get the damn wagon off the field. I'm sitting there yelling to my assistants, get the damn wagon off the field. Cost us national championship. Sure enough, it did. Came back next year, though.
Okay, so the standard is great.
I
Then I definitely overshot this. Okay.
Chan Gailey.
No.
Chan Gailey, what's your assessment of this 2008 Cowboys team?
This team ain't tough enough, that's for one thing.
Yeah.
They play like a bunch of menstruating farm girls.
Gosh, I hadn't heard him called that this year.
Yes, if I was coaching them again, I'd toughen them up.
How?
I'd make them run a country obstacle course every day.
Okay.
Run them through some tractor tires, strangle a feral hog, fight a bear to the death, and make love to a cousin in a hayloft with no air conditioning.
Dave Campo.
No.
It's getting hot in here.
So hot.
I better win some games.
You better win some games. We better make the playoffs.
It's getting hot in here.
So hot.
I better win some games.
You better win some games. We better make the playoffs.
Bill Parcells.
Nice cowboy.
But we didn't say that,
I
so
know
that's
that.
discussion.
So it's yes.
So, do you
He got a Quincy Carter-led team to the playoffs.
And here's what I would say about Parcells. He got the thing turned back in the right direction.
All right, what do you think of this year's team, Coach Parcells?
You guys in the media,
Uh-huh.
you always want to, okay?
Okay.
Hey, look it. There's a reason, okay? a reason that I decided to quit. Okay.
Right.
This team wasn't going anywhere when I left, and they ain't going anywhere right now. Okay. All right.
Campbell had run it into the ground.
Yes. If
35 and
Parcells...
because of Sour Cap Hell. But
If
yes.
Parcells had not been here, it would have taken a lot longer for this team to start being good.
So
Just remember, Parcells didn't even want Tony Romo. That was not him.
Until he saw him.
It's all right.
No.
So we have a
His
yes.
first 2 years
Again,
he
you
won.
get a
We have a
Quincy
yes.
Carter-led
We have a
team
yes.
to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You
We have a
did
yes.
something.
Gary, you're a no?
Parcells?
Yeah.
You
Not as a
didn't.
Cowboy.
You didn't qualify it as Cowboys only or
Right.
local only. So yeah, he's greatness.
Okay, good. Wade Phillips?
No.
You heard that song, Flies in Buttermilk Shoe, Fly Shoe, Flies in Buttermilk Shoe, Fly Shoe? You heard that song, Jerry?
Yes.
Can we make that our fight song?
Oh, my God.
Why would we make that our fight song?
I don't know. This thing's catchy and kind of gets you fired up. Like getting fired up. Hey, you know what's going to make you horny, Jerry?
What?
Pornography. You ever seen that, Jerry?
We've seen a lot of things, Wade. We've seen it all.
Anyway, that's just something I thought I'd tell you.
Jason Garrett?
No.
Hopefully I won't get fired. Hopefully we'll get better. And we'll get better in all three phases. And we'll get better in all three phases.
Okay.
All three phases.
Uh-oh.
All
Coach,
three
it's another
phases.
glitch.
Major malfunction. Please reboot to see changes take effect. Please close all remaining open applications. Click here to report problems to the manufacturer. All three phases. All three phases.
Oh,
Coach.
no.
Now, who's the worst head coach in Cowboy history?
Chan Gailey.
Campo?
Yeah, Chan Gailey.
It's probably
No.
Campo for
Give
real,
me-
but I
give me
hate
Campo.
I hate
I think
Gailey
Campo.
so
And I believe Campo,
much.
his hands were tied. I mean, he was a good soldier doing what he was doing.
Now,
Yeah.
fake
He,
Campo
now,
is
of all the
great.
people that they said that about, it's
Oh,
true
my
about
goodness.
him.
Yes, I mean,
Yeah.
But I'll say this:
if you put anything in there, if it's
anybody that
it
reads
was-
or listens to Brian Broaddus talk or anything like that, if you listen to DallasCowboys.com, Broaddus is a former scout. Now he just does radio and internet and things like that. It's a lot of fun to listen to him when he'll talk about the old days and things.
Yeah.
And he was a scout with the Cowboys during the Campo years.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that a lot of scouts had the same take. They never understood how they would go into these coaches' meetings and have Campo and all the assistants there. And all those guys did was talk about how great these players were. And the coaches, I mean, the scouts are looking at each other and being like, I mean, if they're so great, why are we 5-11 for 3 years?
Yeah,
in a row?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you got to help. We need to get rid of some of these guys and bring in some of these other guys because these guys are terrible. No. This guy's great. Then
Yeah.
why are we 5-11?
Exactly. All right, so we move on to the Mavericks. Dick Motta.
Yes.
Okay.
John McLeod.
No.
Richie Adubato. This is what
You're
led
not
me
that
to
bunch-
this.
No.
Never.
I don't know.
No! 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 Never! 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 No! Never!
Jack about
No.
basketball.
Quinn Buckner.
No.
Jim Clemens.
No, we did learn a lot from Coach Clem.
I'm coming in with an open mind and a willing heart. I learned a lot from Coach Carter. Now it's time to start to learn from Coach Clemens.
Don Nelson.
Yes.
Nelly, we don't get to catch up with you often. Tell us, is life good in retirement?
Well, it's pretty good. I wake up in the morning and drop about a 20-pounder in the toilet. Then I start drinking, and I don't know what I do after that. I guess a lot of times I eat a goat and then pass out.
Okay.
Avery Johnson.
No. Great Spurs. He did take
Listen
him to
here,
the finals.
Spurs fan. He blew the finals.
Not his fault. Referee
Oh, okay.
mandated.
You're telling me that somebody like Don Nelson wouldn't have handled that differently? He wouldn't have exploded a couple of times in the
I don't think it
media
would have helped.
or on the floor? No.
I think
they needed to draw some eyes to what was
had
going on
already
there.
predetermined.
Avery, do you think the Mavs have this one? They put away Oklahoma City tonight?
Well, I think that's a dangerous attitude to have. You know, that attitude, we got it. You know, we thought we had Miami 5 years ago, and we got all fat and happy and started drinking that bar down on South Beach. We blew the series, and then we blew a few more series, and then I got fired. So Rick Carlisle better keep his boot up their ass or they going to get beat.
Okay.
Once again, I really like Avery. The voice alone, but I agree. I got to go. Great player, wonderful person.
He really wasn't even that
Honestly,
great
at the end of the day, Avery had 2 good seasons, and really, it was a postseason where they went to the finals, and the following year he had a good regular season, and then got his ass curb stomped
by the Warriors
in the first round of the playoffs.
Rick Carlisle.
Well, hold on a second.
Okay.
Before we get off of Avery, I just want to make one last
get on
point.
Avery. I'm just saying, he's not a great coach.
He got the team to play defense. They weren't playing
so
defense.
great that after the Mavericks, he went to college. Well, first he went and talked a lot. Some yogurt.
Yeah, he did.
And then he went to college because he's terrible.
Carlisle?
Yes.
Okay.
Best coach in the NBA, better than Pop.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
Now on the ticket hotline is the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, Rick Carlisle. And Coach, congratulations. I know you had to be pleased with that win on Saturday night.
Pleased? No, I'll be pleased when we win the series. You guys can go ahead and celebrate all you want, but I have a few more games to coach. I don't know if that's made the paper yet, that we have more games in the series.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
But if it has made the paper, I'll go ahead and buy some scissors and cut out the schedule, and I'll send it to you guys.
Okay, that seems a little unnecessary.
So, stars.
Rotations.
Hitch.
Okay, Bob Gainey?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll do Gainey. Yeah.
Hitchcock?
Yes.
Hey, Captain Kangaroo, what's your name?
Hitchy, Ken Hitch. Ken, No, don't forget that I ever said the word Ken. Just Hitchy, you'll be okay.
Okay, Hitchy, you want a lap dance?
Oh, good God! Oh no! Destiny! Oh, Destiny! Needle! Oh!
Rick Wilson,
No.
Dave Tippett,
No.
Mark Crawford,
No.
Lynn Gluzer,
No.
Lindy Ruff,
No.
Jim Montgomery,
No.
Mickey Vernon.
Who's Mickey Vernon?
Oh, I'm sorry, we moved to Rangers. All right, so
Are you
yeah.
gonna count Hickson twice?
He only counted one.
Yeah.
I only hit Hitchcock.
Actually, the first time, yes. Second time, no.
Yeah. All right, so now we're on the Rangers.
Which I don't even know why they brought
All
it
right,
back this
Mickey Vernon was the very first coach manager.
No.
Eddie Yost,
No.
Gil Hodges,
No.
Jim Lemon,
No.
Ted Williams,
Not as a manager.
Not as a manager.
Whitey Herzog,
No.
Del
He was
Wilfer.
341 winning percentage, dude.
So he was better after he left.
Yeah,
okay.
he was good when he
Okay.
left, but I mean,
Billy
he was
Martin.
on great.
Yes.
He asked for Billy Martin.
Yeah.
Does he fall into the Parcells?
Yes, he is a Parcells.
Well,
difference.
no,
Yes.
but not only that, but that's when the Rangers actually started being competitive.
Right.
They got really close to making the playoffs a couple of times when he was there.
Frank Lucien.
Lucchese, no.
Yeah.
He invented the boot though.
Eddie Stanky.
No.
Connie Ryan.
Stanky was one game.
Yeah.
Question mark?
Billy Hunter.
No.
Pat Corrales.
No.
Don Zimmer.
As a third base coach for somebody else when he's not getting thrown down.
Yes.
by Pedro.
Yeah.
Daryl Moose Johnson. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Whoa.
Wait, what the hell?
Dog Raider. Bobby Valentine.
I like Valentine, but not great.
He's not a great coach.
And he didn't do anything.
Not really.
Other, yeah.
Probably the best thing he ever did was coming back into the dugout for the Mets with that mustache.
Oh, with the fake, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Valentine, he gave the team a really positive face. I think that he put out there to the fans that there's a possibility.
Yeah, he did, but I
think
agree.
that's something
Yeah.
that he did.
And he was there a long time, too. He
Yeah.
managed a ton of games.
Yeah, Toby Hara.
No.
No.
Kevin Kennedy.
No.
No.
Laced. Johnny
No. N-O.
Who
Johnny,
are the others?
it's almost as though you're from another world. It's very difficult for normal media members just trying to do their job to just ask you
I
a
am
simple
from this
question.
world. Can't you see I'm from this world? The way I have interpersonal relationships with other human frames? Haven't I been able to convince you that I'm from this world?
Well, because you're difficult to deal with.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm difficult to deal with. Difficult to deal with. I believe I'm experiencing human emotions. Oh no, I'm experiencing human emotions. Experiencing human emotions. Human emotions. Been on this planet too long. Too long. Too long. Too long. Too long. Too long.
Oh my gosh! I think it's gonna blow up.
Although I say that was the first time they made the playoffs.
I was going to say, but that's a weak qualification.
It is.
Because the only thing that's greatness about that is, as a Rangers fan, we finally made the playoffs.
Yes.
But there's nothing great
And his
about
record
getting
is
your ass
horrible.
kicked in the playoffs.
But they did make it three years in a row.
Yeah,
but his records. I mean,
Cornhole.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay. Jerry Nairn.
No.
Buck Showalter.
No. F. Buck Showalter.
But if your team is managed by Buck Showalter, the year after he leaves, you're probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Except
it didn't really work
yeah.
here, but it works in a lot of
Ron
other places.
Washington.
Yes.
We can play some baseball. Anyone that knows me in the game of baseball know what Ron Washington is about. Drop the antlers on them, drop the claw on them. They're a class act. Grow up. I just think that's the way my hair grows. I enjoy coming on a ticket anytime I'm on it. Thank you for having me on. Baseball talk. I'm not surprised by anything Michael do. That's the way baseball go. I don't think he know where he is right now. Today is a great day for the Texas Rangers organization. Get your head out your butt and let's play baseball tomorrow. You never know how Booty Hose is going to act. It's fun time now. He knows exactly what he's capable of doing. You know, the Texas Rangers today do what they do.
Yes. Greatest manager.
I was going to say,
in
is that
Rangers
their
history.
greatest manager?
Yes.
Yes.
It is their greatest manager. It is still borderline whether or not he's great.
Yeah. and you're exactly right, Gary.
Yeah.
Because as a Ranger fan,
Yeah.
The sliding scale.
Yeah.
Now, a team with a $50 million payroll going to the World Series and being one strike away, that's pretty awesome. But
Yeah.
it's not like he hung around here for 10 years and we went to 4 World Series.
Yeah.
Or
Right. It's not like
something
he
like that.
And he
repeated
didn't
it,
do
you know?
anything when he left either.
No.
Right.
Tim Bogar, Jeff Bannister,
No.
Don Wakasui, yeah, and Chris Woodard.
I actually like Chris Woodward a lot. But
I
he's
do
not
too,
great
but
this
yeah, he's not, yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah. So if you count it up 10.
Yes! I would vote.
Wait, what were the 10? Can you name them?
Yes, Tom Landry, Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells, Dick Motta, Don Nelson, Rick Carlisle, Bob Gainey, Ken Hitchcock, Billy Martin, and Ron Washington.
That's where I got messed up. I actually, in my head, when I was counting, I counted 0 for the Rangers.
Yeah, and
I
didn't. You know, if you didn't think of Bob Gainey, you know, because you think of Hitchcock.
I had Gainey because I had it up on my computer.
And I don't know if my math is right. The team that had the fewest amount of coaches actually made up a third of the 10. Is
the
that right?
Cowboys?
The
Yeah.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Made up a third of the 10. They had the least amount.
Right.
Yeah, and you're right. I mean, Bill did a good job here, but that isn't why he's greatness. It was, you know, the idea.
All of his Giants
years. And
Well,
so-
I mean, even his Giants years, he was there for a really long time, and he got a couple of Super Bowls. The thing that I remember about Parcells the most was winning the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback.
Hostetler.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Yeah. Hostetler wasn't that good.
Although they very nearly lost that one. If it wasn't for White Wright.
Give me all the rings for the nearly lost.
So-
I'll take all those wins.
I can't remember. I know we've asked about if they had won that Seattle game, but if Parcells didn't leave after that season and he stayed, do you think they
For
would
an
have-
additional year? So the
well,
2007 season.
At least one more year. Do you think they would have won the Super Bowl, or at least went to the Super Bowl?
I think they would have gone to the Super Bowl. Now, I don't know that they would have beat the Patriots that year because that was their undefeated season up until the Super Bowl. That's when they lost to the Giants and Eli.
18-0.
So I don't know that they would have won the Super Bowl, but I think they could have gotten there.
it seems like that was left unfinished.
A better coach, I think, could have taken that team farther than Wade did.
And, you know, one of the most interesting things I thought on Twitter was the amount of Tony Romo love about when like you've wasted one of Dak's great things, and they're like they did it all for Romo's career, and
there is a lot of revisionist history when it comes to
well, okay, that's kind of true, but you don't. Some of those people that are saying that may have been like me and Bob and like Romo all along.
Yeah.
I always liked Romo.
I like regular season Romo.
I like playoff Romo too, dude. The things that people think about him, you go back and look at those games. That Viking game that was so bad and everybody hated Romo afterwards, he had no chance.
Yeah, that one was
he was murdered on every
Yeah.
play. And, you know, okay, so the Seattle game. I'll say this. I don't know what the hell Parcells' game plan was for that day, but conservative doesn't even begin to describe it. Pete Hunter, who we all remember getting burned up in the Cowboys.
They picked him up off the street.
Was on the street the week of that game. They picked him up and started him. They should have thrown the ball at him 45 times.
Yeah.
And instead, I think we only threw it 20-something for the whole game. They were very conservative, and they really shouldn't have.
Parcells at that point didn't trust Romo.
I don't care whether he does or not. That's your best chance to win the game.
Yeah.
But I go back and look at that game, and I remember this whole season. Big Dave was still alive at the time, and he and I fought about this so much. Tony Romo was the holder because he was the backup quarterback when the season started. And I kept, once they made him the starter, which was early in the season, I kept saying they've got to get him out of there. He can't be the one doing the holding. He's got too much going on.
Yes.
He can't work on it in practice. He's too busy. No, you don't do that. You don't mess with it. You've got a snapper, you've got a holder, you've got a kicker.
The operation.
And you don't mess with the operation. Okay, so about halfway through the season, you know what they did?
Mm-hmm.
They got a new kicker.
Yeah.
And I remember posting on, remember the side room?
Yeah.
I posted in the side room, I said, right now.
That's
You've
when
got
you
a new
change it.
kicker, change the holder. Now.
Was that when they got in Grammatica? Automatica Grammatica?
Automatica don't even graze the guy of Babineau so much.
But you got to wonder if you had, like, let's just say it was your punter, because a lot of teams it's the punter. If your punter is doing that all day long, and I'll guarantee you Romo didn't do it that whole week.
Yep.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Does that one snap doesn't happen right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, people get mad at Romo for losing that playoff game, but Romo, the quarterback, played well enough to win that game. Romo, the quarterback, put them on the doorstep of the goal line, and all they needed was less than a PAT to win that playoff game.
And most people don't remember, even though he dropped that snap, he picked it up and got within a eyelash of the goal line. And like I said, Grammatica, even if he just barely grazes that guy,
in front of him.
Yes, I mean, Romo almost scored the touchdown on that play anyway.
And we've seen him do some Jedi stuff that
Yes.
would not have been out of Romo.
No, it wouldn't have been at
character to
all.
do it.
This is a good solid. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate it. Gary, if someone wants to reach you on Twitter.
At Travel Cowboy.
Scott?
Scott_Matula.
Bob?
Lukewarm tall boy.
What an interesting story that must be.
Junior?
Mexican_Junior. You can email us, howmanypodcasts@gmail.com. You can send us a comment on YouTube, on our illustrious YouTube channel that's always getting shut down for copyright infringement.
When you're not getting cease and desist
from
your
my
internet
ISP.
provider.
I'm getting it from YouTube. But lots of ways to reach us. And Jesse?
You can reach me at Jesse Jackson DFW. We would love to hear from you. But for now, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.